Hey y'all, we're about 5 hours out from Ethereum restart, kicking off into live. I decided to create a quick little video that'll get you ready for when the server's open. That way you can just jump in, get started. You'll know that you have everything clear. So I guess you could consider this a checklist. Most of the stuff you guys probably taken care of already, but if you haven't, this will be a quick reminder for you. So first thing that you want to be sure to take care of is to make sure that you have yourself pre-registered. Go ahead and go to the homepage, which you can see up on the screen right now, and you can go ahead and start installing the clients early. Now, once again, this is probably something that if you've been following the game, you've already done, but if you haven't, make sure you download this. It's about 14 gigs for PC. I don't know what it is on mobile, but on PC, I think it topped out at around like 14 gigs. So depending on your internet speed, it could take you a while to download it. But once it's downloaded and you install the client, you should be good to go once the servers are open. Another thing that you might want to check is, honestly, depending on how high spec your machine is, you might not want to run this game on a hard drive. You might want to run it on a static state drive. Should do the trick. Link your account if you can to your email. That way, things will just go smoother for you. If you want news and stuff like that, the Discord is going to be the best spot for you. So honestly, I would join the Discord, and in doing so, you should be getting updates whenever something new comes out. You can also get updates on Twitter. They have a Reddit channel. They have a subreddit. They also use Facebook. I don't know why, but they do. So that might be something you want to check out as well. In all honesty, I don't even log into Facebook anymore. It's just not worth it. And like I said, I get enough news and updates from their Discord. So I would say go ahead and join the Discord before anything else. And then if you find yourself lacking, next best spot would probably be the Reddit. If you're going to be pulling, I would highly suggest you set yourself a budget because things can get pretty expensive if you just start buying gems and vouchers and some of the items in the cash shop. You can get pretty high up there as far as cost is concerned. If you spent during the rebate, then you should be getting your bonuses from that. So like that'll be a huge plus. But if you're free to play, then budget doesn't even matter. You're probably going to want to follow some of the guides out there for what to re-roll for and stuff like that. I would honestly suggest you check out one of my previous videos that goes over that. It'll kind of run you through what my thoughts are for what is best to re-roll for. And then, after that, I would also suggest you check out some of the other guides out there because there's some other creators who have some differing opinions from me. And who knows, those might vibe with you more and they might be able to give you more insight into what you're looking for your own personal build. Don't just take my word for it. Definitely check out some of the other creators. They're really good about lining up their own guides and expressing their thoughts on who to roll for and who they believe is the best character. So yeah, that's about all I can say on that. Another thing would be watch out for how you use your stamina, especially if you're free to play. If you're not free to play, ignore everything I just said because it's not going to matter. You can just buy your stamina, max out your tent for the day, and like you're going to be getting the little free stamina vials as well, and you should be able to speed through. But if you're free to play, really watch your stamina usage. That's going to be crucial. You're going to want to don't just max out your stamina once you get investigations opened and stuff like that, because every time you hit a level, you're going to get essentially all of your stamina back, and whatever you have extra left over, you're going to get that on top of it. So you're going to want to kind of be careful on how you do that. You're going to want to balance running the main story and running investigations to get your characters leveled up. And the reason for that is you have to continue the main story to open up some of the content. So a nice little balance is to kind of burn through the main story quests as far as you can, then jump to investigations, raise your levels, progress further in the story. By that time, you should start unlocking some of these other modes. You're going to want to do some of those, especially for the first time completion. That's where you're going to get a lot of your pulls from. So you're going to want to make sure you're doing those first time completions. Don't try to go for like 3-star or anything like that. Like that's not going to matter right now. What you want to shoot for is getting some decent gear on your main characters that you're rolling with and progressing. Because the further you progress in story, the more modes that you're going to open up and the harder levels you're going to open up for investigations and stuff like that. Like investigations are directly tied to where you're at in your story. So the higher you get in the story, the more XP you're going to be getting from investigations. So balancing those two out is going to be key to you not necessarily keeping up with the whales, but at least progressing fast enough and not getting bound or caught up in the lower level content. Aside from that, I think that's really all that I have to cover. By now, if you've been into this, you should have been looking into kind of how you're going to build out your teams, what you're really shooting for, what you're going to be re-rolling for. Like this info should already be kind of like burnt into your brain. If it's not, I wouldn't worry about it too much. At the end of the day, this is a game, so have fun, especially if you're free to play. The game itself is going to be fun. The PvP in it is fun. Competing against whales is free to play. That's not going to be fun, but competing amongst other free to play, like there should be a decent challenge there. And honestly, you might even be able to compete with some of the lower level whales because this game isn't necessarily about just having the best units. If you're going up against a serious whale, they're going to have the resources to just blow you away. But those lower tier whales, I think if you really work on your team building, you might be able to compete with them without too much of an issue. Because once again, it's about team setup. It's also about your luck. Like, do you pull the right units? Do you get lucky and get the right units? Do you get dupes? And with all the abilities that they've added for you to get dupes through time, eventually you're going to get caught up with at least the lower tier whales. Like, you're going to get caught up to them. So I really wouldn't worry about that. And I cannot reiterate it enough. Have fun. And on that note, like, we got 5 hours before these servers open. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in game. So I'll catch you in game. Y'all have a wonderful night. Peace.